Ever since the Lucina reveal, I've heard quite a few people going, "Oh no, Sakurai's bringing back clones. He said he was going to get rid of clones. Clones are bad. Clones are terrible. Clones are evil. They steal spots on the roster." Well, for one thing, when did Sakurai say he's going to get rid of clones? I'd genuinely like to know because I've heard a lot of people saying he claimed that, yet I've never been linked to an interview or seen anything on the site that says he's going to get rid of clones. Second thing, clones are not bad. Clones do not steal roster spots. Clones have been in Smash Bros. Since the very, very start, and there's a very good reason for them to be in Smash Bros. They are not the developers being lazy. It's the developers giving us extra content because they have extra time. Why do you think in the very first Smash Bros. The only two characters from a generation from a series that already had representation were clones? Luigi and Jigglypuff. Both from Mario and Pokemon, which already had representatives, they were clones. Luigi was obviously a clone of Mario, and Jigglypuff was actually a clone of Kirby. She had the same physicalism and several of the same attacks. In fact, in Smash Bros., you could make a claim that Captain Falcon and Samus were clones. They share the same body model, same dash attack, and I think the same down smash, and same recovery attack as well, probably, I think I hear this, I don't have this information in front of me. And that's still in effect today. Samus still has a dash attack very similar to Captain Falcon, and they both have the same downs. Well, no, Captain Falcon's down smash was changed. But the point is, in the first Smash Bros., because it was a low budget game, they needed to take shortcuts, so they put characters models on top of each other. Ness and Mario were another one. But most specifically, extra characters who weren't planned in the game most likely were Luigi and Jigglypuff, because they were clones and they were part from pre-existing series. In Melee, we have confirmation. This has never been an attempt to hide. On the Melee website, it's in Japanese, but you might be able to translate it if you have a translator on your computer, or you can just use Google Translate. He clearly says on the Pichu trophy that he only had so many characters planned for Melee. I can't remember the number off the top of my head. And he added an extra 6 characters to pad out the roster because people wanted a bigger roster. And we got 6 clones because they were easy to make, because they had already finalized the roster, and because they just had more time to do it. On the Ganondorf site on the webpage, it says he wouldn't have got into Melee otherwise. They were not planning to put him into Melee, but then someone suggested they make him a clone of Captain Falcon. So that's the reason Ganondorf's in there today. I don't think he said anything about clones in Brawl either, but obviously we got the likes of Lucas and Toon Link came back, and we had Wolf, who kind of had stuff similar, but they did make an effort to reduce clones in Brawl. That is true, because clones aren't lazy, but they are uninventive. But when it comes to it, the roster for Super Smash Bros. 4 was finalized before Lucina became a playable character. Lucina being in Smash Bros. Does not steal any other character's slot. She is a free character that they gave us free of charge because they had extra time and they wanted to do it. We already got a proper Fire Emblem rep in Robin, and they said, why not just throw in another character? So if Lucina didn't get into Smash Bros., we wouldn't be seeing Chrom or Roy or anyone else. Lucina got in there because she was already a character costume of Mart, and it was very, very easy to just slightly tweak her to make her a separate character. She didn't steal anyone's spot, and if she was not a character in there, then likely we would only have 3 Fire Emblem characters. And I, for one, am very, very glad we have 4 Fire Emblem characters in Super Smash Bros. 4, and I'm delighted that Ganondorf got into Melee. Even though he doesn't use a sword, I'm sure quite a few of you probably would say, I don't care, I would have rather he not be in Melee, but personally, I main Ganondorf in Melee. He is awesome in Melee, and I'm delighted he got into Melee. And you might say characters like Ganondorf need to change completely because they're clones of Captain Falcon, but Ganondorf changed hugely from Captain Falcon in Brawl, and if he changes that much again in Super Smash Bros. 4, then he'll likely have no moves in common with Ganondorf. As I should point out with a reference, Jigglypuff and Kirby were originally clones, but nowadays their physics are different, all their moves are different. I don't think they share a single attack in Brawl. I could be wrong with that, but I don't think they share a single attack, while they were literally clones in the first Super Smash Bros. And now they're completely different. So the likes of Ganondorf can be made completely different. If Lucina comes back in for Super Smash Bros. 5, though I doubt she will, she can be made completely different. Lucas can be further differentiated from Ness. Clones are not bad, they're free characters, enjoy them people, and if they come around and if they stay around in the future, then from what we've seen already, they're going to make an attempt to differentiate. Falco is also very, very different from Fox. The list goes on and on. Every time a character has been cloned, when they've been brought back, they've had a very different moveset. Even Toon Link's the one who's the closest clone to Link in Brawl. Even he got hugely changed from his appearance as young Link in Super Smash Bros. Melee. So just, I don't really have anything else to say in the matter. Stop complaining and bitching about clones, because clones are awesome and they give us more characters, and we always want more characters. More characters are what makes the game fun.